Hi guys, welcome back to the It Girl Hotline. Today I'm going to ask you guys a little bit of a thought-provoking question, and that is, have you ever stayed up really late at night, replaying all these scenarios in your brain, and you just wish you could change something? I'm here to tell you that you are not alone, okay? Literally, there's so many people who overthink in this world. And the truth is behind our overthinking is most of the time, all the little things that we are overthinking about are out of our control. In today's episode of It Girl Hotline, we will uncover the difference between what is in your control and what isn't, okay? Because literally, sometimes we get that mixed up, okay? And that can drive us crazy, okay? Things that are out of our control, if we focus our energy on them, it tends to drive us crazy to our core. We're like, ugh, I wish I could control this. When really, we can't. So why are we focusing our energy on things that we cannot control? Okay? That's going to lead us into another part of our episode, how to focus your energy on things that you can control. Okay? Because believe it or not, we all have tried to control something that we genuinely cannot control. The last part of our episode will conclude of why we overthink. I'll be breaking that all down for you guys. And yeah, that'll be our amazing episode for today. Now for our first chapter of Control versus Chaos, we are going to be talking about what is in your control. Now, to start things off very, very basic, we have control over ourselves entirely, okay? Our thoughts, our emotions, our attitude, the way we respond to things, the way we react to things, all the things that have to do with us, we have control over. We control things every single day without even realizing it, okay? What we wear that day, what we eat that day, what time we go to sleep, all sorts of things we control. Those are things we have in our control, okay? That's not something someone else controls, That's something you control. You control your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, all these things, what you wear, what you do that day, if you talk to this person or if you don't, you control all sorts of things, all right? And that is very, very important to understand what exactly is in your control. All right, and that's what we want to focus our energy on. For this next chapter of Control versus Chaos, we're going to be talking about exactly what isn't in your control. Now, here are some things that you cannot control. All right, the first thing is unexpected events. If you literally had no clue that this event was going to happen, why are you trying to control it? Okay, the only thing you're trying to give yourself is clarity, and that you cannot give yourself, because you had no clue that this event was going to happen, all right? The next thing is the past, all right? I see way too many people try to control the past. Remember, the past already happened. We cannot control what we already did, what already went down, what already happened. The only thing we can control is how we move on, okay? How we can become a better person. That is something that we can control, all right? How we move on from the past, okay? Another thing I see people trying to control way too often is others' actions, okay? Literally, if you feel the need to control somebody, you should probably not, be associating yourself with them. Just a thought. You should probably not be associating yourself with somebody who you feel the need to create their narrative because, without you creating it, it's uncertain, all right? You should be with people in your life who are stable external forces, all right? Who do not cause you to feel like you have to control them. Trying to control the uncontrollable leads to so much extra, unnecessary frustration and anxiety, okay? We are trying to build some clarity in our life and understand situations that honestly may make no sense to us. All right? You are wasting your life trying to understand something that already doesn't make sense. Okay? Why are you wasting your life on something that doesn't make sense? All right? Instead, we could be thinking about things that are in our control or what we're going to do next with our life, okay? Because why are we overthinking things that we, quite frankly, had no control over? We're trying to make sense of things that make no sense, like I said earlier, okay? Like, how crazy does that sound? All right? That is literally what we're doing. We are putting ourselves through so much bonus anxiety for no reason, okay? All right? Instead of the only things that we should be thinking about are the things that we can control. All right? Those situations that happened where we had control. All right? We should be thinking about that, not trying to solve some unsolved mystery. All right? Okay? We cannot control what other people say about us, what other people do. You know, what happened 10 years ago, we cannot control that. Okay? As much as we want to have control over every little stepping stone in our life, we cannot. Okay? Embrace the times where you do have control and let go of the little instances where you don't. Okay? Let go of that frustration and anxiety that you are bound to feel if you focus on things that you cannot control. Now, here is today's little quote for our little cute podcast episode. Okay? You can't control if someone likes you, but you can control if you like yourself. Now, I think this quote has so much depth and so much meaning behind it, especially with what we've been talking about this episode. Okay? You can control yourself. Okay? You can't control what someone else is saying about you, what someone else thinks about you. You can control yourself. Okay? Literally stop focusing your energy on things that don't matter. Okay? Literally, like, why are you focusing your energy on people who are literally talking crap about you? Okay? Why are you focusing your energy on that? Okay? That seems a little useless, especially if they don't matter in your life. If they're not adding value to your life. If they're just sitting there talking crap about you, why are you letting them waste your energy that you could be, using on something else that's benefiting you and that's making you a better person? Now for our next chapter of Control versus Chaos, we're going to be talking about the psychology of overthinking. Now, I believe the root of overthinking is uncertainty. All right, that's where we want control over a situation that we simply do not have control over. All right, this will drive us crazy and it will lead us into the world of what ifs. All right, which literally can consume us, quite frankly. Overthinking is literally a never-ending battle of questions with no answers. Okay? You are trying to make sense of things that literally it's impossible for you to make sense of because you do not have all the answers, and that's what you are looking for. You are looking for all the answers, and that's why you are overthinking, because you think that will be, the thing that'll give you all the answers. Okay? Like, maybe I'll make sense of things, and we don't try to overthink. It kind of just happens. All right? But we have to learn how to manage that. All right? And how to not get stuck in those what ifs, because those what ifs will eat us alive. Okay? We'll just put it at that. Now, overthinking is a natural tendency, but there's ways that we can snap out of it. All right? The most successful people around us have become very, very good at draining out all noise, all right? Because there is a lot of it, all right? They're constantly put under pressure of, oh, like these people don't like me. Oh, these people don't like me. Oh, whatever. They're not focused on that. They're not focused on who likes them and who doesn't like them. They're focused on working on themselves and becoming a better person, all right? They're not focused on, oh, what does so-and-so think of me? That's not what they're focused on, okay? Stop focusing on external forces if you want to become successful. Because, listen, external forces, you focusing on them, that does not allow you to move forward. That's just bringing you steps back, all right? And we do not want to do that if we want to become successful individuals. Now, shifting our focus is not going to happen overnight, and so that's why it's very, very important to practice shifting our mindset by identifying things that are in versus out of our control, okay? Now, in your day-to-day, I want you to go through little scenarios and situations you have through your day-to-day, like, oh, you know, I'm picking out what I want to wear to school today. That's in my control. Or, oh, this kid's yelling at me. That's out of my control. I want you to be identifying things that are in versus out of your control. And you can also do that by making a list of everything that's in versus out of your control. Now, our final chapter of Control versus Chaos is called Embracing Change. Change is inevitable, meaning change cannot be stopped, okay? No matter how much you want change to not happen or whatever, you just want to put it to the side, change is always present, okay? There's always change going on in your life, and you may not even notice it, okay? Change is big, and it can be small, okay? Change happens in our everyday lives, and we don't even notice it. So, making sure we accept change is way easier than not accepting change, okay? Because change is going to happen, okay? Big changes, small changes, getting used to it is golden, okay? You have to get used to change, all right? Because change will happen, and not accepting change leads to more stress, and that's exactly what we want to avoid. Instead, let's view change as an opportunity to grow, because that's exactly what change is. As dark and scary as change can be, change can lead to the best version of yourself. It can lead to this massive realization that you've been waiting to have, you know? It can lead to finding yourself, and that is so amazing and so important. So let's accept change and stop denying it and stop pushing it aside, stop overthinking about when change is going to happen in our life, okay? Let's accept change. I have a little quote for you guys about change. Think of change like a river. It is always moving, okay? You can either swim with change or you can try to fight against it and tire yourself out. Which one would you rather do? Would you rather go along the flow with change, or would you rather fight against it and tire yourself out? Think of that. Believe it or not, journaling can help you embrace change. So I'm going to give you guys a little prompt that you guys can write down in your journal. There are many more prompts out there like this. I'm just giving you an idea of one. What time has change helped me? All right, I want you to write that down in your journal, think about it, and start embracing change, okay? Because change up front may look like a bad thing, but it could lead to the best possible version of yourself. In conclusion, I want you guys to focus on your actions, let go of what you can't control, and embrace change. Now, if you guys would like to, this would be greatly appreciated for you guys to comment down below times that change has helped you and how you dealt with situations that you couldn't control. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of It Girl Hotline. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. And I want you guys to remember, stop trying to control things that you cannot control. Peace out, you guys.